Hey, honey, just wanted to give you a bit of warning, but my mother is going to come to visit and stay over for a couple of days.
Wait, what? What do you mean your mother's coming to stay? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
I know, I'm sorry. You know I would have told you, but I just got off the phone with her and she's kind of demanding it.
Demanding it? Babe, you're 26 and married. Surely you can say no to your mom.
You know what she's like. She's the most stubborn person I know, besides you.
This isn't a laughing matter, Stephen. We literally just got married last month and we moved into our house last week. Isn't this happening too soon? Can't she understand that we'd like to have our house to ourselves for a while?
She's insisting, babe. Honestly, she probably has her bags packed and ready to go.
You can't be serious.
It's not that bad, is it? I mean, I know she's a bit protective of me and still fusses over me like I'm 5 years old, but it's only because she cares a lot. That's good, right?
Not really. Come on, you even said yourself how suffocating she is. She didn't even let you choose your own outfits until you were 14.
To be fair, I had a horrible sense of style. It honestly probably stopped me from being bullied. Besides, it's only for a couple of days. What's the worst that can happen?
That's not the point. You didn't ask me if I'm okay with your mother staying with us. We barely settled into our place and now I have to host your mother. Do you know what all that entails? Cooking amazing dinners, laundering the linens, making sure the guest room is ready, and then cleaning the house from top to bottom.
I'll help you out with everything. Are you sure we need to do all of that? I mean, it's just my mother. I'm sure she won't mind if there's a towel out of place.
No, you don't understand. It's your mother. My new husband's mother, my mother-in-law. That's like the person I need to impress.
You don't need to impress her. She loves you.
No, she loves you. I have to prove myself as a wife. Literally, everyone knows this. In the same way you have to impress my father, I have to impress your mother.
Okay, I mean this in the politest way ever, but you're sounding a little crazy.
How can you say that in a polite way?
I'm sorry, but it's true. Honestly, it's just for the weekend. Then she'll be out of our hair. I'm sure she just misses me. I haven't seen her since the wedding, and we usually see each other a couple of times a week.
You're calling me crazy when you're the one who has to see his mom every couple of days.
Hey, it's not me. My mother just needs to make sure I'm well fed, happy, and healthy. It's sweet. Okay, it's a bit crazy. I can see that. But just trust me, honey, everything will be fine. We'll have a lovely visit with my mother, then she'll leave, and we get our freedom back.
Fine. I'm honestly surprised at how well you're handling this. You've always felt suffocated by your mother. What was it that you called her?
The original helicopter parent.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. I just can't say no to her. I found it best to just go along with whatever she says.
Oh, trust me, I know. I'm the one who had to hear the constant flow of her ideas on how to make our wedding better. She kept saying that everything I was choosing was wrong and that I didn't know how to plan a wedding. What the heck does that even mean? It was my first wedding, of course. I don't know how to plan it. No new bride does.
But our wedding was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes, but that's not the point.
Okay. Next time, I'll make sure to run it by you.
Thank you. That's all I'm asking. When is she coming?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I've already got the cleaning supplies out.
Oh, my goodness. Grace, honey, I noticed that there are only 2 types of meat in the freezer. Did y'all need me to run to the store? I assume that you just haven't had the time to go grocery shopping. We went shopping yesterday. Oh? And you only wanted to buy beef and chicken? Dear, you can't be doing that. What do you mean? I know you're new to this whole being a wife thing, but you always need to carry at least 3 kinds of meat in the freezer. You never know if my sonny boy will want pork rather than beef or chicken. Okay, we do usually plan our meals for the week, so he knows that there's only beef or chicken. Besides, he wanted to make lasagna for dinner tonight. Wait, Steven's cooking dinner tonight? No. What? Why are you saying no? You can't possibly expect my son to do all your work for you. What kind of lazy housewife are you? No, I simply won't have it. I'm on my way over. I'll cook for us tonight if you're so unwilling. Okay, first of all, I'm not a housewife. Second of all, Stephen loves cooking. We share cooking duties every week. That way the labor is shared. Labor being shared. To me, it just sounds like you're lazy and expect my dear sweet son to do all of your work. Honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself. Excuse me? I mean it with love, dear. I'm just trying to teach you how to be the best housewife you can be. I'm only saying this once more. I am not a housewife. You're a wife, aren't you? And you have a house that you need to tend to. That's a housewife. And frankly, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing, and I haven't even arrived. No offense, Carol, but I can just tell you not to come, especially if you're going to continue to judge me and make mean comments. I don't need that kind of energy in my house. Nonsense. My son would never let you do that. I'm 5 minutes away. I'll cook lasagna tonight. No, Carol. Carol? Hello? Fine then. But while you're staying with us this weekend, just know that we do things a bit differently than you did. That doesn't make it wrong. We just want a household of equality. We split everything from chores to bills to grocery shopping. I'd appreciate it if you didn't comment on every little thing, okay? I want to host you for the sake of your son, but I'm not afraid to kick you out if you keep judging me. We'll see.
Hey, honey, my mother and I are currently shopping for new bedspreads. Apparently, sleeping with mixed fibers is not great or something. I don't know exactly what she means, but now we're at the bedding store. What kind of color of bedding did you want?
What?
My mother was kind of appalled by the kinds of blankets we had. She said they'd fall apart in the wash, and so she took me to some bedding store. I'm trying to look for new blankets for us. What color did you want?
The color of the bedding we already have. Come on, this is ridiculous. I know that you said your mother was controlling, but this is out of hand.
It's not like I can do much about it. I tried to tell her that we just bought the bedding and we liked it, but she insisted that we go out and buy new ones right away. She was only inside our house for like 2 minutes.
This is insane. She's refusing to sleep in the bedding in the guest room? I just bought that yesterday and had to stay up late to wash and dry it.
I know, honey. I'm sorry. But at least she's buying it for us.
That doesn't change how insulted I am.
Don't be insulted, honey. It's an honest mistake. How are we supposed to know that sleeping in a cotton blend was bad for our skin?
She's worried about your skin.
You know how sensitive my skin is.
You're not 5 years old.
I know. You don't think I would have preferred to be cooking right now rather than shopping for a new bedspread? There are so many colors and textures and styles. Just please tell me what color you want so I can leave.
Or, you can just tell your mother no.
Again, it's just easier to go along with what she says. Otherwise, we would have fought about it all weekend. It's only for a couple of days.
You keep saying that, but she took one step into our house, saw our bedding, and immediately made you go out and buy new ones. Because of your skin.
It'll be fine. Just trust me. And please choose a color so I can leave.
Fine. Green.
What kind of green?
Hey, do you still want to meet for brunch on Sunday? Oh my goodness, please. Whoa, you're excited. I just need to escape. Escape? Escape what? Stephen's mother is staying at our place this weekend. I just got home like an hour ago, and I already want to rip my hair out. It can't be that bad, can it? Trust me when I tell you that Carol is the biggest control freak that I have ever met. In fact, she's probably the biggest control freak in the world. Whoa, that's a statement. What do you mean? I know she was a bit much during the whole wedding planning process, and she kept grimacing at your wedding. But I thought that was just what every mother-in-law did. Even my own mother-in-law did that. Something about us not being good enough for their sons. It goes away eventually. I think most moms are just protective. I know that, and I even expected it. But let me tell you, Carol is absolutely crazy. Basically, she was supposed to show up in the evening, but then I let it slip that it was Stephen cooking for us tonight, and she totally flipped out on me, calling me a lazy housewife. Then she decided to show up hours early in order to cook the meal herself. Whoa, okay. Wait, housewife? Isn't that a bit archaic? I thought we were on the same page about not wanting to be housewives. Oh, trust me, I told her that I wasn't a housewife, but she kept insisting that I was and that it's what's proper and whatever. Wow, I see now. That is a bit unhinged, I'll admit, but nothing that can't be remedied by time. Probably. I'm not finished. Wait, really? What else happened? Well, she walks in, and I guess Stephen must have been giving her a tour or something, because suddenly she's critiquing our choice in bed linens. Not only that, but she also refuses to let her precious boy sleep in a mixed cotton blend because it might irritate his skin or something. Whoa! Then she takes him shopping for new bed linen. What? Yeah, she's been here all of 2 hours and already has changed our house bedding. Now she's washing them while cooking dinner because heaven forbid Stephen turns on the stove himself. When I showed up, she was nice for about 2 minutes before finding out I had just returned from work. She gave me a half-hour lecture about why I shouldn't be working. Why didn't Stephen step in and say anything? Because she sent him to go watch the game in the living room. But there is no game tonight, or else I would be glued to my television. Exactly. I don't know what he's doing, but I know that if he tries to take a step into the kitchen, I'll somehow get in trouble for it. Wow, that is intense. I had no idea she was that controlling. She must be a little bit insane, right? Who in their right mind would think that doing any of that was okay? She's always been like this, according to Stephen. He even called her the original helicopter parent. She just refused to leave his side and insisted on doing everything for him. I'm surprised that Stephen is so well adjusted with how much he was coddled by his mother. I know he hates it, but he has such a hard time saying no to her. Honestly, if my mother was like that, I had been fighting my whole life to make my own decisions. I would be tired of fighting too. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how I'm supposed to survive a weekend with the woman. Wait, how are you texting me right now? I'm pretty sure if you had your phone out in front of Carol, she'd probably lecture you about that too. I'm hiding out in the basement. I said I was going to grab a tablecloth for the table. You know, our gorgeous oak table? The one I scoured estate sales for weeks looking for? Yeah, she's demanding I cover it with a tablecloth because it's the proper way to keep your house. My God, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Okay, well, are you sure that we should do brunch? Will Carol say something about you abandoning Stephen for a couple of hours or something weird like that? Damn it, you're probably right. You know, I can fake an emergency that takes you all weekend to help me with. No, that probably won't work either. She'll just insist on coming back for another weekend. Besides, this is my house. Exactly. I'm not going to be chased out by some crazy, controlling mother-in-law. I live here. I'm married to Stephen. He loves me and I love him, and our life together is perfect. Yeah, don't back down from her. Oh, I won't. Now I'm pumped. I'd better deliver this tablecloth. Wait, you actually had tablecloths? Yeah, it was from the wedding. I knew I had it in a box somewhere. It's the only one I own. Lucky. Grace, I really need to speak with you. Oh, is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. Stephen just told me that you don't own any sort of sewing machine or have any needles and threads. What the heck is the matter with you? How do you call yourself a wife without these things? I am absolutely astounded. Whoa, what? You're astounded that I don't sew? What's next? You're gonna berate me for not making butter from scratch? Of course not. Come on, Grace, be serious. This is an urgent issue. How is it an urgent issue? So what if I don't own a sewing machine? Not many people do. How else are you going to repair Stephen's clothes? Or make clothing for your children? Children? Stephen and I just got married. We're definitely not ready to have kids. Excuse me? Not having kids? Are you joking? You can't be serious. It's very normal nowadays for people to wait to have children. I'm not doing anything wrong. Oh, I beg to differ. First, I found out you lack basic skills, and now you're telling me that you don't want to have children? How else am I supposed to have grandchildren? I haven't got much time left, you know. You're not even 50 years old. What are you talking about? Also, sewing isn't a basic skill anymore. Oh, now you're just making excuses for being lazy. Honestly, Stephen ought to be ashamed of you. Ashamed of me? Why? Because I don't sew his clothing for him? Because we'd rather just buy new clothing and donate the old clothing? This is what people do in this century. Honestly, I don't know what you expect of me. I expect you to be a decent housewife and to take care of my baby boy. Frankly, I'm appalled by your gall to speak to me in this way. What is this generation coming to that you would treat your own mother-in-law like this? Honestly, you should learn a little respect. I am just trying to train you to be a good housewife because clearly your mother didn't give you the right tools to take care of your husband. How dare you? You're staying in my house and you have the audacity to berate me for every little thing. Also, I'm not going to remind you again, I am not a housewife. I am a wife. That's a small part of my identity. I'm also a manager at a sustainable grocery company. I volunteer at the food bank twice a week, and I love to go for runs. Being married to Stephen isn't the only thing I am, and I would really appreciate it if you would stop calling me a housewife. Honestly, I've never wanted to be a housewife, and Stephen has always supported that. The only person who has a problem with the way Stephen and I live is you. You're damn right. I have a problem with the way you live. My sonny boy should be your entire world. Enough with this nonsense about being more than a housewife. All I am hearing is excuses for your laziness and lack of skills. I don't know how you fooled my perfect boy to marry you, but it was obviously a mistake. If I had known what kind of a wife you'd be, I would have never let Stephen marry you. He needs to be taken care of, not disregarded. Stephen is a full-grown man. He can take care of himself. Besides, I'm not disregarding him. I love him and he loves me. We're crazy about each other. And you want to know the reason why I love him so much? Because he respects me as a person. Something he clearly didn't get from you. This is all hogwash. Enough! If you want to continue to stay here, you need to show me some respect and quit acting like I'm failing at my marriage. Oh, it's more than me wanting to be here. It's clear that I'm direly needed here. You weren't taught how to take care of your husband, and my Stephen is paying dearly for it. You're acting like he's suffering. He's perfectly happy. He is hungry. He is making himself a sandwich as we speak. What kind of wife are you? Good! He's self-sufficient. He knows how to feed himself. You want to know why? Because you're terrible at your wifely duties. No, it's because he is a full-grown man. I need you to leave. I've had enough of this back and forth. Stephen and I are happy the way we are. We don't need you here, nor do we want you here. We'll see about that. I'm going to speak with Stephen right now. Go ahead.
Babe, what happened?
Your mother and I had a fight. I've uninvited her from staying with us. Hopefully she's packing her bags right now.
No, she isn't. She's actually insisting that she move in.
What? You obviously told her no, right?
Of course. I know that we can't let her do that.
Good. Then is she leaving? I'm on my way back from the shops.
No, she is demanding that she come live with us. She's ordering a mover truck to pick up her things.
What?
Yeah, she says our place is terribly decorated and isn't suited to her tastes at all. I don't know what to do. She won't leave.
Oh, I'll make her leave.
How?
You'll need to help me with something.
You better hurry. She apparently hired the 6-hour moving company. I think they're packing up her house right now as we speak.
Give him a quick call. Tell them their destination has changed. You remember the address of the donation depot, right?
Yes. Wait, I don't think they'll believe me.
Oh, they'll believe you, especially when you tell them your mother is crazy and has Alzheimer's.
Ah, I see now. I'm going outside to call right now. My mother's busy picking through which furniture we're going to keep. She said that having her there would be best for us all. What the hell happened?
She thinks that I'm not a capable wife. She thinks you're suffering.
Whoa, what? Really? I literally told her like 20 times how happy we are. Wait, has she been saying things to you?
Yep, I tried to be the bigger person, but she's leaving us no choice. She's insane. Actually insane. She told me that I'm a terrible housewife and that you should be ashamed of me and my lack of skills.
What? But you're not a housewife. Skills? What skills? You're the manager of one of the biggest grocery companies in the city.
She meant skills like sewing and sandwich making.
Are you serious? Okay, yeah. We need to do something about her ASAP. Enough is enough. I can't let her control my life like this.
I'm glad that you want to stand up to her. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much.
Her messing with you is my line and she's crossed it. So she's gone. I love you so much. Okay, I'm going to go call.
Okay, I'm almost home. There, I've solved all of our problems. What? What are you talking about? I'm moving in. No, you're not. Yes, it's already done. I just couldn't stand the way this household was running. Trust me, Grace, this is better for us all. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you trying to move in? Isn't it obvious? You are clearly not cut out to be a wife. My poor son has been suffering. No one there to cook for him, clean for him, or take care of him the way he needs to. You're literally insane. He's not a child. Besides, I know perfectly well how to take care of my own husband. Just because it looks different than the way you smother him doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. Smother him? Honey, I am mothering him. I am the best mother on this planet because I make sure that my boy is well taken care of. I make sure his life isn't hard. I make sure he has everything he could possibly need. And right now, he clearly needs his mother. So I am moving in. Stephen needs the best care in the world because he's such a special man. I just don't think I can trust you to take care of my son. The moving truck will be here in an hour. Then all of your stuff is on its way to donations. Huh? Yeah, I already talked to Stephen. He doesn't want you moving in with us. In fact, he's the one who thinks you smother him. He finds you suffocating, and the only reason why he lets you do half the things you do is that he's tired of fighting. Well, not anymore. What are you talking about? Stephen loves me. Something you clearly don't understand. It was Stephen who phoned the movers and told them to take your stuff to the donation depot. No, you tricked him into doing it. He would never. Oh, yeah? Why don't you ask him? I will. You'll also find your bags packed and in your car. You need to leave our house. How dare you? What have you done with my son? Why is he trying to kick me out? The only person to blame here is you. Now, I'd hurry back to your house, unless you want all your things to go to donations. You little conniving wench. You've manipulated my son. No, you've tricked him. No, he's standing up for himself. Goodbye and good riddance, Carol. When I arrived back a few minutes later, Carol's car was gone. She only left once Stephen threatened to phone the cops and get a restraining order against her. She was in her car driving away a minute later. I asked Stephen if he had given her the address to the donations depot where her things were headed. He told me he had given her the directions to the donation depot. Little does Carol know that we'd sent her to the one across the city. Her things are going to the donation depot a few blocks from us, and she won't be in time to save them. Now that we're free from the control of Carol, Stephen and I decided that the only thing that would make us truly happy is if we moved far, far away. Thank goodness my company has sites all over the country. We can move and never have to deal with the monster-in-law ever again.